name is Zain, and I recently started my blog called Cultivate Mindfulness. And I'm joined here with Haya.
And I'm Haya, and I started my blog called What's She Thinking? But What's She Thinking's aim was to talk about feelings and things that teenage girls go through and stuff to empower girls rather than I post a picture of me like eating something. It was more of like a read it and think about it kind of post and like look
Uh,
at things in a different way. And I feel like that's what your blog is kind of about too.
Cultivate Mindfulness. It's like I started it for the sake of like well-being. I talk about like emotions and feelings that people have but don't really know what they are. Like the first post, it's I still have my first post on, but it talks about like the monkey mind, which is something that we all experience, but we don't really know what it is. And it's like when your mind like it goes from one thought to the other, one thought to the other, and you don't really know, like you can't live in the present, you can't focus. So
Like when you're talking to your friends and you're like, I have this feeling, but I can't explain how I feel, or like I feel weird, I don't feel like myself. And we never really know how to touch on like, I feel like this because of this, because we're not really used to processing our feelings like we should be. And I feel like
بالظبط
blogs like our blogs are bringing that stuff to the Amman scene. It's like, look at society, look at yourself as a girl, look at yourself as a guy, and start evaluating yourself, your situation, your feelings better.
yeah, exactly. I think يعني حتى I'm guilty of that. Like we tend to undermine our feelings and خلاص عادي, like you can suppress them, and that's not
It's
it's
just
not
so easy.
beneficial at all. Because when the bucket is full, خلاص you're gonna like you're gonna reach like your this level of you're burning out. Like you have nowhere to go. You have to like constantly what's it called بالعربي, like تفرغي, to be vulnerable. تفرغي من حالك. Yeah. Okay, so in this talk, we're gonna be touching on the digital age, social media, and how it impacts the um, the mental health of teenagers. Because I think we're all guilty of that, and we all experience it, whether on a daily basis or from time to time. So, Haya, I want to ask you, like, what do you think is the main reason behind this, like us being impacted by it? Is it from celebrities or influencers or in general, like ish? What do you
I
think?
feel like it's in general, like, I feel like celebrities wouldn't do it if it weren't for the expectations. It's like, we look up to you, make sure your body's perfect. You look so good in this picture. Don't repeat the same shirt twice if you're like a celebrity, because we look up to what you wear and we have to buy it. You can't, like, your hips need to be like curved, that you can't have a hip, like there's just such a like a big thing about hip dips and like
Oh,
body composition. I want this part to be bigger, this part to be small, I want this to be so tiny. So realistically it doesn't work for this part to be so big and this part to be so tiny. But no, we look up to so many girls, whether they got it naturally because they have the genes, or they like did something to get it. But we look up to them, we're like, she can get it. They think she's hot because she looks like that, I want it. Or she looks so good in those clothes, I wish I looked like that. And I feel like even celebrities are exposed to that pressure.
yeah.
But I feel like recently, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like recently I've seen a lot of things where it's like, show your flaws because they're not flaws. And I even talked about it on What's She Thinking. It's like, look at brands. There's so many brands now, like Boohoo and those. They
Yeah.
post models with the stretch marks
Marks. Oh,
and like models of different sizes. And I feel like sometimes, because I'm not a skinny girl, or like I don't see myself as like a skinny girl, or like I'm definitely not a size zero, and sometimes I look at the like the website and I see her, I'm like, oh my god, she looks so good in it. And then when it comes, it's like,
it
ايش
doesn't
فيه,
feel it.
because
Yeah.
it's not, that's not my body. She has
بالضبط.
a totally different body, and she has a nice body, but that's not the real body. Most, like the majority of girls in our society, whether it's Jordan, whether it's like all over the world, we're not size zeros. And I feel like I just want to see someone with a similar body type. And I've heard from my friends who have like bigger chest area stuff, they're like, you know like, I want to see the shirt, but I don't want to see it on a size zero model with nothing. I want to see it on a girl that looks like me, so I can see how I would look like. Mish, I'm like, wow, it's so nice, and it comes and I'm disappointed, and I think it's something wrong with me.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I think في added pressure, as you said, on celebrities to look a certain way, to look perfect or like, flawless, which is definitely something not realistic at all. And yani, I think, it comes more from what the society like puts on them and the pressure they put, rather than their insecurities. أكيد في part of it from their insecurity وهيك. بس all of us, like I was thinking about it last time. I was like, let's say Instagram is basically the picture perfect moment that you post, and nobody's gonna post a picture of them, whether celebrities ana or inti. No one's gonna, yani, they're gonna choose the one that where their body looks good, their outfit looks nice, their skin looks like clear and all, their hair is put together. فإحنا كمان, I think, as, let's say, not consumers, but people that we see, like we're sitting from an outsider perspective, like we need to take that into consideration. إنه زي كيف ما أنا I want to look a certain way on Instagram, celebrities do as well. And we don't really need to like pressure ourselves to look that way, because you don't know people's stories,
That is so true.
yeah, we don't know people's stories. Like, you don't know, مثلا, Kendall Jenner, what she's going through to look that way, or Kim Kardashian, or whoever, like these people. It's really like looking at it من high vision.
Something, the joke where Kim was telling one of her sisters, we were telling the trainer, I need to lose 15 pounds. And she's like, there's no way you're losing 15 pounds. And like, Connie answers, if she needs to lose fat from her toes, find like a toe weight. It's like, if the trainer is telling her your body is like nice, you cannot lose 15 pounds of like fat or whatever, it means that she's so pressuring herself to stay like, Kim Kardashian, that like infamous hourglass, that she's pushing herself to look so good, even though she already looks good. But I feel like we've reached a point where we're never satisfied. It's
بالظبط.
like you're skinny, you got that body, or like you got whatever you want, like that big, whatever, that hourglass, but it's like not there yet. Has to be skinnier from the waist, bigger from the hips, everything. It's like you don't stop, you become so obsessed in it. And I feel like I've realized personally recently, and no, I'm not the most photogenic person whatsoever. And I feel like I've accepted that. And like, no, adi. It's like so many times I'd see like my friends take pictures of me, and then when I'm like, don't like how I look at them, like they all look good except me. Or like they probably, like they all think, they don't look good, but I see myself as I don't look good, they all look good. And I was like, adi, just take more pictures until I feel like I know what I look good in, what I should do and what I shouldn't do, because I like myself and I shouldn't change that just so I can look skinnier in the picture.
بالضبط،
You know what I
بالضبط.
mean?
Yeah, I think as you said, like كمان the photogenic aspect of it. مثلا أنا زي ما قلتي, like my friends, they would take pictures of like, you don't look like that in real life, but you look really pretty like right now. But Anna, like, I would come and take a picture. I was like, no, you delete and delete and delete.
Leave, never
And I
mind.
think part of that comes from, مثلا, I saw this post and I want to recreate it, or like I want to look that way or whatever. And it's really hard. Like كيف ما قلتي, on the person, like as we said, like Kim Kardashian or whoever, people who post these like content or whatever. Okay, and people who consume that content, or they look at that content and they
They're influenced by
analyze.
it.
Oh, بالظبط, they analyze it. Like, people aren't satisfied with someone that's perfect, or someone that's عنده perfect,
And I feel like
أو حد معاه like flaws, and they show that.
and we've stopped, like I feel like no one realizes how much people that we look up to and the influencers that we say, wow, her body, her outfit, her this, her that, the back, how's everything so good, there is way more pressure on them than we think, because they're like, I have to look perfect, because they think of me like that. And I feel like even they're starting to notice how boring and annoying it is, to the point where they're starting to say, embrace your flaws. Like there's sometimes, like, they wouldn't show the behind the scenes of a picture. Hell, it's like, oh, like they show the behind the scenes of a picture. This is not real.
Exactly, none
We're
of it
not.
is real. It's all
Yeah,
like
exactly.
staged, or like هيك touched up for it to look a certain way. And I was even like listening to Emma Chamberlain's podcast, and I really like her because I see her as someone that's, I
She
relate
does.
to her عشان she's real. Like,
Yeah, she's like, she tells you, I'm not in the mood. Oh my god, my
exactly,
kitchen's dirty. Like
exactly. She's
she's not
having a
like,
mental breakdown,
feel
she'll take a picture and
anything.
post it. I really appreciate that about her. And I look up to her بهاي الطريقة, not in like what she dresses or how she looks or her body size or whatever. But she was saying like مثلا احنا like أنا وإنتي or whoever people like us or teenagers, if we, let's say we met a certain celebrity, we expect them to be so nice and so sweet and so genuine. If إذا هم ما بيكونوا not in the mood, they had a bad day, you would be like, she's fake. She's
Or
the,
she's so not nice.
she's so not nice. She's such a, you know, I
It's like you can have
think
a bad day.
exactly they might have a bad day. They might just be overall pressured من هذا الإشي. And I even like I saw it on like a very small scale إنه like TikTokers in Amman. Okay, I saw someone on the For You page. She was like إنه someone came up to me. She's like, oh, you're on TikTok وهيك. And she has like a following. I don't know what day, but she was like the anxiety that I got. I was like I wasn't feeling
Like I
myself.
wouldn't wanna be
I wasn't.
someone in a way it's so much pressure. Imagine you're just going to the supermarket and you're like a famous TikTok like on a عمان scale. You're like a TikToker وفي يعني تنين بيجوا لي can we take a picture of you. أنا بكون مش طايقة حالي راح أجيب إشي من السوبر I'm gonna be like
بالضبط.
like and they would probably be like she's so rude, she thinks she's so famous, she's too good for us. No, أنا بس مش طايقة حالي. I'm just not in the mood today.
I want to touch on something, how بحس sometimes people who post مثلا for example morning workout done, healthy breakfast done, بعرفش ايش, and then هذا pressure, مش pressure, stress that you got, oh, it's 12 and I still didn't do anything. And
Like I just woke
I
up
don't
and
know
she
if you
has her life
experience that.
together.
I don't know if you experience that, بس أنا I'd be like يا الله زين خلص عقلك براسك, you have to do something right now. Yeah, and I don't know,
Tomorrow
like, is it
you're
sharing
up at 8
yourself?
and all that.
احكي احكي.
I was just saying انه زي ما انت حكيتي انه when you see someone posting انه انا هلا صحيت and انت you're done with your workout, your breakfast, I'm like hey, get your life together. What's this like? Look at Zain. She has her life together. Tomorrow I'm waking up at 8. طب انا مش هيك my lifestyle. انا personally just أصحى على 12. I'll work out at 3 if I want to. I'm not gonna wake up like a person like هيك. And I feel like if I see you, I'm gonna be like, oh no, like Zain has her life so together. I need to get my life together now.
And it's even like between you and your friends, or you and like let's say a fitness whatever her إيش بسموهم? Like fitness people, like
Models, مش
trainers.
influencer.
Trainers أيوة trainers وهيك. And I don't know, like أنا مرات I constantly like بعد بفكر are they sharing this from them for themselves I'm proud of myself and I want to share it, or are they sharing it because it's content أو أنا هاد إشي I would be like is it like made up, or is it like جد for you, like I'm actually that I want to share it because I'm proud of myself, أو لا you're a
Combination.
trainer, you have to look a certain way, or you have to like.
Low key that it's like I'm a trainer. I need to keep up the image of I'm such a good trainer, so it lets me post my workout. Even if I don't want to work out that day, it's like, well, let me just do it or like pretend like I'm doing like a part of it. So I can show people, look at me, I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm working out. Yalla, be like me or come to me or like, hey, the same way we feel like we have certain expectations to like live up to and oh my skin looks flawless in this picture, my body looks so nice, my smile is just perfect. They have the same expectation of I'm working out, my body's perfect, I'm so energetic and healthy and stuff. Like do you ever see like a trainer or anything post like them eating like any like fast food because it's not within
Rarely,
their brand?
rarely. إذا
But
هذا
like recently they like that's what I feel like now. Recently everyone's trying to show and no, this is fake. Be real. It's like I've seen like the fitness trainers. It's like I've been healthy for 6 days straight. 7 days I'm eating donuts. I'm out eating fast food. Everything I want, I go eat. And then they show you their body the day after. My body's still not back to normal because I had such a bad cheat day the day before, and that's fine. Give me 3 days and my body will be back to normal.
yeah, that's had I think that's the type of content or like people that we should be following. That's يعني is that you want to share the real stuff. Don't just share for the sake of what you're expected to share.
We feel this constant pressure that like we're on a pedestal. It's like measure up to this, No, this shirt is out, buy another one. um Lose weight from your waist. No, as I feel like with social media we're all aware that it's not real, and it comes down to us to handle our feelings or our ache when we look at that stuff. Like at some point, okay, sometimes I have my bad days and I look at Instagram and I'm like, how is she so pretty? Like I wish I looked like that. And then like eventually, I don't know how that eventually came, but now I think of myself as, I don't know if that's like weird to say, but it's like,
Makes sense.
I'm enough. I'm so pretty. I don't need to look like her to be pretty. You might not think I'm pretty, but I know people that think I'm pretty. I know I think I'm pretty, and that's good enough for me. I don't need to. If people say, "Oh, like she's so pretty," it's like, "Oh, hello, Adi." There's nothing wrong in saying another girl is pretty, but I know for myself, I don't want to wake up and be like, "I wish I looked like her," because I'm never gonna look like her,
You're
and I love looking like myself. And I feel like the moment you realize, Zayn is so pretty. عادي, like I just saw this thing like my friend saying, I was like, hey, I stand in front of the mirror sometimes and I'm like, wow, I'm so pretty. So I looked at it, I'm like, you're crazy. Like what? You look at yourself and you're like, بقولها ايش بتحكي لحالك انه wow, I'm so pretty, I'm so hot, and so she's like, yeah, like sometimes I do that, or like I just stand in my underwear and look at the mirror and I'm like, your body is so nice. And that gives her, like, that's her way of giving herself confidence. When I wear a swimsuit, my body is nice, even if you don't think it's nice. I think that's nice, and that's good enough for me. And for me it's different. For me it's like a mindset that I know I'm a, like in my head it's like I'm the, مش إنه I'm the best in like a شايفة حالي way, but I'm the best in a self validation way. It's like I know I'm good enough. I know I deserve this. I know I can get this. I know I'm enough. And I don't need to look like Zayn to be pretty. I don't need to look like Bala Hadid to be pretty. I can look like Haya and be pretty. And
اه
like I
I
feel
think
like
زي ما قلتي ال validation it comes from within. You don't need anyone to tell you, oh my god, Haya. We think it, we really need to, embrace the way we think and embrace the things that we do, because at the end of the day زي كما قلتي ممكن حدا يكون not the best body and they have so much confidence. And كثير بشوف ناس هيك and I'll be like
confidence is so nice. It makes you look nicer. if
بالظبط.
you're if you're insecure about your stomach, you're drawing attention. ليه حاطه ايدها على بطنها هيك ايش في. بس if you're هيك, they're like, oh, like he's got like there's something nice. Her body might not be so nice, but there's like she's giving off a nice energy because she feels like she has. I don't know. That's how I think of it, at least. I feel like